World Bank promotes sustainable development and COVID relief in Brazil. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development has provided a $200 million loan for an initiative focusing on Amazonas, Brazil's largest state. Some of the funds will further fiscal reforms to areas like pensions and the establishment of fiscal responsibility legislation that will assist in the recovery from the pandemic. A governmental program that will facilitate climate-based public policies and investments will also be supported. Other funding will go towards advancing sustainable practices and efforts to protect the Amazon, as well as creating 500 eco-friendly jobs and increasing measures to address deforestation and forest fires. Our appreciation the World Bank and Amazonas. May your forward-thinking collaboration enhance the well-being of Brazil's loving citizens and the vital Amazonian region in heaven's sheltering grace.
Wide-scale northern sea ice melting determined to precede rapid global warming. Scientists from Denmark's University of Copenhagen and the Ice-to-Ice project in Norway have found that during the last glacial period, approximately between 10,000 and 110,000 years ago, widespread Nordic sea ice loss resulted in swift climate change. The conclusion came after studying sediment and ice core samples from the Nordic Sea and East Greenland, respectively. These showed the relationship between drastic sea ice cover changes and temperature. At times during that period, the temperature across the Greenland ice sheet rapidly rose by up to 16.5 degrees Celsius. The study is especially relevant today as the Northern Hemisphere's sea ice continues to quickly decline. Thank you, the University of Copenhagen and Ice-to-Ice researchers, for your timely study of our planet's warming history. May we now limit greenhouse gas emissions through the cooling vegan diet to ensure our beautiful Earth's and all beings' protection and God's beneficence.
Researchers find keystone plants integral to food web. A study led by Dr. Doug Tallamy of the University of Delaware in the United States has discovered that in all U.S. regions, only a small percentage of the native plants do most of the work in converting the sun's energy into food for insects and animals. For example, out of 2,000 species, there are only 38 such important indigenous trees and plants in the mid-Atlantic region, including wild cherry, oak, birch, willow, asters, perennial sunflowers, and goldenrod. The researchers recommend that people incorporate these types of key native plants in their gardens to sustain local insects and animals. Our gratitude, Dr. Doug Tallamy, and co-researchers for identifying this amazing flora that helps support ecosystems. May your research lead to new methods of nature conservation as we safeguard our planet's loving animal co-inhabitants in the immeasurable kindness of the Providence.
Nearly 1/5 of ocean floor mapped since 2017. Seabed 2030, led by the non-profit Nippon Foundation of Japan and General Bathymetric Chart of the Oceans, an international group of ocean mapping experts, seeks to map the entire floor by 2030 with data generated free to the public. The project announced that currently 19% or 14.5 million square kilometers is mapped, a 4% increase from 2019. A complete map will assist in ocean research related to sea level rise, tides, tsunamis, and more. Global Charity Ocean Conservation Trust's spokesperson Helen Gowans emphasized the endeavor's importance, saying the seabed's layout affects ocean currents that are shifting due to global warming, and this influences worldwide weather and climate. Thank you, Nippon Foundation of Japan and the General Bathymetric Chart of the Oceans, for collecting this information on our marine waters. And heaven's loving support, may humanity conserve the deep blue seas for future generations.
Former child street dweller is indigent in Kenya. Samuel Omolo, orphaned at age 9, ended up living on Nairobi streets and scavenging garbage at a dump site. Fortunately, with the help of non-governmental organizations, he was later able to have a place to live and go to school, graduating with a diploma in journalism. In 2016, Mr. Omolo founded Magurua Ntami, a charity that provides donated clothes and other items to disadvantaged people in Nairobi at no cost. The non-profit also organizes and promotes sports for peace, spreads awareness to prevent substance and child abuse, and assists children in going to school. The organization's other activities include providing soap and food to families in need during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our loving appreciation, Samuel Omolu and Makro Ntani, for your ongoing dedication to serving others. In the grace of the divine, may you continue with your noble mission and receive abundant support and assistance to extend your humanitarian activities.
Vegan British star athlete wins prestigious award. 7-time Formula One champion Sir Lewis Hamilton, a shining World-Right Business Award laureate, is the 2020 BBC Sports Personality of the Year. He is now a 2-time honoree, placing him among only 5 of such heroes who have won twice. Sir Lewis became a vegan in 2017 due to animal welfare concerns and the improvements in his health and energy levels through following a plant-based diet. The outspoken vegan advocate is also an investor in Neat Burger, a plant-based burger chain with 3 London outlets. In his acceptance speech, Sir Lewis encouraged children, saying, "Continue to believe in yourself because you have what it takes to be great." A standing ovation, Sir Lewis Hamilton, for your amazing success and recognition. May your stellar plant-powered career continue to soar and be an inspiration to many in heavenly glory.
2 children and firefighters in the United States rescued injured bald eagle. The youngsters had found the exhausted bird entangled in fishing line with a hook piercing his beak, preventing him from flying and eating. The kids brought the distressed eagle to Pasco County Fire Rescue Station 21 in Hudson, Florida. The dehydrated and underweight bird was then transported to the non-profit All's Nest Sanctuary for Wildlife, where the hook was removed and treatment administered. The lovely bald eagle was reported to be eating well and should make a complete recovery. A heartfelt round of applause to all involved for helping our majestic feathered friend. In God's mercy, may all beings be treated with the utmost respect and care as displayed here, because all lives are precious and deserve only love.